Hello, this is MordredViking, and I would like to welcome you to this brand new multiplayer co-op series of Total War Warhammer. I'm joined here by Tome.
Hello.
And we are playing as the Dwarves. I am playing as... As soon as I can deselect this thing. There we go.
One rug!
Thorgrim Grudgebearer. And who are you playing as?
I'm Ungrim Ironfist.
So we're using the...
King.
What is that mod called?
Oh, unique legendary lord start positions?
That's the
Like
one,
that?
which allows us to play as unique lords on the same faction. Hence, we're both dwarves rather than the more usual head-to-head play, which would be like Empire and Vampire counts or something. So, kind of interesting. We've just been spending a little while to kind of see what is available as the dwarves. I don't think either of us have really played as them. You've played a couple of battles, haven't you?
Yeah, I just played a couple of battles, lost them both, so looking forward to this.
Pretty good start then. And I've done literally nothing with the dwarves. I've only actually played as the Empire, though I fought against the dwarves and really struggled, so I'm rather hoping that their playstyle, which is rather more cautious and defensive, which suits me, will play to my strengths.
So I've got a
me to
game going on with Tin Tuna where we're doing the same thing, but with the orcs, and I'm really enjoying playing as the orcs. The dwarves are super hard to fight against.
Just making sure my sound effects are down. No, they're not. And make sure that doesn't drown us out. Hopefully that's a bit better. Strange that reset, because in my single player it's all set up properly. So, I believe it is currently your turn, so what are you thinking?
It is. Well, I was going to say that this mod is really good fun. What it does is it just takes the second legendary lord and puts it into a different faction. But those different factions aren't necessarily set up in the same way that the primary faction for any race is. So I'm Karak Kadrin up north of you.
Yeah, I'm looking at you right now.
Yeah.
Hi.
So I'm the capital of Peak Pass. I only own Karak Kadrin. The only other province, or the only other city in this province is Nashrak's Lair, which is out to the right. It's a small one. But Karak Kadrin only has a level 1 settlement, which is a dwarf mining settlement, and a level 1 ale store, which gives me some income and some beer and some public order and some growth. So I'm actually not able to recruit any units.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And what's your income then?
My income is 1,042 a turn.
Okay, it's not actually too much less than mine. Mine's only 1,500.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to either wait to get enough surplus, which is going to be 5 turns, to be able to upgrade so that I've got the extra slot so that I can then build a military building. Have a quick look at the building browser.
You know what? I actually prefer your start because you have the ale store. Yes, I have a level 2 town, but my other building is a sparring chamber, which is like their barracks.
Yeah, exactly. Or I could, sacrilege, knock down the ale store.
No, not allowed. Vetoed.
No? Okay. Well, you are the High King, so you get to boss me around a little bit.
Vetoed. I want beer. Oh, speaking of beer, trading deal. We should do that.
Okay, and let me see if I can do that then.
See, because it's not my turn right now, I can't do any of this stuff, so we have to wait for Tome, but we'll kind of talk through what we're doing on the turns, because obviously you can't see her screen, so you're seeing mine.
So I only have the options for asking you to break trade, non-aggression and military pacts, and then offering and demanding payments or joining a war. So I'm not able to trade with you, I don't think.
Really?
Yeah.
There should be an option at the top, it's like make trade deal, unless we already are.
Possibly. You have a look on your go.
I am currently trading with Barak Bar, which is not you.
No, it's not. Maybe it's because we're both human players. Not
Possibly.
Sure.
Okay. Maybe it's because I haven't actually met you? No, because we wouldn't have the diplomacy screen.
Yeah.
But you know what? I reckon that is it, actually. I'm seeing what you're seeing right now, but there's a massive area of fog of war between us.
Yeah. Oh, because we don't know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would kind of make sense. Is there a good way of telling how big a faction is? Because the Red Eye, who have Nashrak's lair, I want that, but I'm kind of reticent to start a war against them. They've got 3 provinces which I can see, or 3 cities which I can see, and I only have 1 army, and obviously I can't recruit anyone else.
Yes, if you go into the diplomacy screen, then click on whatever faction they were, and it'll tell you their strength
Eye.
compared to yours. You'll see your strength on the left, I think.
So it's 53, and they have 3 settlements.
And it will also tell you if you're ready at war. I can't check the diplomacy screen, so I can't see any of this detail.
I am at war.
Alright, well that kind of gives you... kind of tells you what you need to do.
Good, alright. Shall I sally out and attack Nashrak's lair? Why not? Fortune favours the bold. And that's me done.
Really?
Oh well, I need to set up my tech research. What should I go for?
I thought you were fast for a dwarf. Really, that's as far as you can move? That's pathetic. Yep. I'm used to like using Karl Franz, who can move about 2/3 of the Empire in one move.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to start researching Gather the Throngs.
This is pathetic. I just clicked on my own guy. I'm like, I can barely... No, I can't actually reach the pillars of Grungni.
It is Mordred's turn.
Yay! Okay, I can finally look at diplomacy. So if I click on Karak Kadrin...
Dowie from another hold around.
Right, I can't.
It's a great day.
Huh. I wonder if it's because we've set ourselves to being co-op from the start.
Probably.
Okay. And I guess that just means that we can see what each other are doing, which is useful for a YouTube series, so I wouldn't change that. I will, however, have a look at other trade things. I'm talking to you, sorry.
That's alright.
So, oh no. Cannot trade, a route from their capital cannot be established. That's why we can't.
Aha.
Because I think we need mutual borders and a road connecting us. Barak Var, however, I do have a trade agreement with already, and I can actually reach them. I cannot apparently reach anyone else. This is always something I check for. So next time when it's your turn, go on the diplomacy screen again. Then you'll see the trade thing. And then there's a scroll with a cross through it, or a line through it. That's basically someone you cannot trade with. And then a scroll without a cross is someone you can trade with, and if it's highlighted green, that means you already are trading with them. So you basically want to line up the plain scrolls, and then attitude, you probably want something which is orange or better. But I have literally no borders right now, so that's not very interesting. Okay, let's start with technology. I am usually a huge proponent of having a huge economy, and then you can basically have huge armies. So I am going to start with the Khazid subsidies, which will then lead to the dwarf treasuries.
Nice. We're role-playing a little bit, because Thorgrim is obviously the High King and is a bit more of an empire builder, whereas Ungrim is... He doesn't really want to be the Slayer King, he just wants to be a Slayer and go and die in battle.
He just wants to kill them all.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, because I am at home, I could start hiring more troops. But I don't think I want to. I'm actually going to do a bit of a gamble here. I'm going to go after Nashrak straight away. Because I think I do outclass him slightly. So, here is our first battle. You can see our forces there on the left. We have got Thorgrim Grudgebearer, some Hammerers, some Dwarf Warriors, Miners, 2 Quarrelers, and the Grudge Thrower versus Nashrak himself. Orc Biggins, 2 Orc Boys, Orc Arrow Boys, and Goblin Archers. So I think we do have them outclassed. Now, how do we do the multiplayer thing? Do you want to take Nashrak's army, or do you want some of mine?
I think we'll carry on playing co-op.
Okay.
So you have to initiate the battle first. At the moment, I can't see anything.
Oh, I see.
And then I say that I'll spectate, assuming that you actually want to fight it.
Yes. I'd already pressed.
Yeah, then in the deployment phase, you're able to gift units to me.
Gotcha. So, what do you want? Do you want to be the front line, or do you want to be shooty people, or do you want some other crazy tactic?
Don't mind really. This army is so small that you kind of might just want to fight it yourself.
I really don't mind. I mean, do you want to try? Because you were talking about like doing it as a commentator. Do you want to try doing that?
You fight this one because it's such a small army.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let you commentate and see how it works.
Okay. So you're up against Nashrak, who's, I guess he's an orc war boss.
Yes.
He's going to be quite hard, and the big uns are going to be very hard as well. But the orcs have terrible, terrible morale or leadership. So if you can start breaking them, then they're all just going to flee.
I can do a vanguard deployment with my miners, which means I can actually start them way ahead of my usual line. Usually I would do this with, as the Empire Pistoliers or someone like that, in woods to their side so I can hit them from behind. However, there are no useful woodland between us, so I think I'm just going to use them kind of as a regular force.
Yeah, I mean, you do have the option of going further back, and there's all this woodland over here and over here.
Yeah, true. I was kind of looking for the highest point, and I'm more or less on it.
Yeah, big battle in there.
And it also means I have the high ground, so I'll be shooting down into them. Because I have a catapult and they don't, that means they usually will advance on me.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think we'll do that. We'll put our quarrelers on some fairly thin lines so we can get the maximum number of people shooting.
Looks good.
And then rather thicker lines here on the front.
I like this use of the forest here to sort of protect your back. Not that they have anything that's going to get round you.
And then I have got Thorgrim himself, who is just going to be here on the right flank. So I've got the miners on the left and then Thorgrim on the right. Grudgebearer, what are you shooting at? I want you to shoot at the big ones.
Oh, here they come.
Dwarves are so small.
It confuses me when the AI does this, marches forward with all their arrow boys and archers at the front.
Well, that's because they're first in range, and then their melee troops basically overtake them. I was actually tempted to do a similar thing.
I guess that makes sense. Oh, that was a great shot. Oh, a couple of really good shots for the catapults.
Artillery tend to be very good in this.
Yeah, I found that.
I'm absolutely loving my mortars. Haven't got great cannon yet. I'm going to go, here go the quarrelers. Do you have any abilities? Nope. No abilities.
Bring them throng to the Groby Horde!
They've run straight into that valley.
Yep. Which is precisely what I was hoping they would do.
Yeah. Are you going to charge, or are you going to let them come to you?
I have not found any reason not to countercharge, so I'm going to wait until they get a bit closer so that we don't get tired, and then I'll charge them.
I think it depends on what weapon types you're using. All these orc boys look like they're going to try and come around a little bit, but obviously you've got it covered here with the miners.
Yeah, I was actually going to try and hit their archers, so he's done a pretty nice counter on me there.
Yeah.
Okay, Thorgrim's taking on the entire orc army on his own, while my two actual regiments go after their guy. Their archers are doing a bit of a number on my hammers though.
Your quarrelers are actually pretty decent. I mean, for ranged units, they're pretty decent in combat. So if you need to, you could go
use my quarrelers to take out their archers.
Yeah, I mean, you could even go like one into the back of there, and one into the back of there.
Yeah, true. I think I'll be fine.
Like I say, the orcs are kind of all about their morale, so as soon as you start getting the wraparound on them, they just don't want any of it and they'll run.
Yeah. I'm going to take out their archers first, just because they have been doing so much damage to my hammers. Because they have no shields.
Yeah.
Orcs around.
Yep, they'll keep on coming back.
For the ancestors!
That general is doing a lot of damage.
He
Fair,
is.
so is mine.
We are on a harder difficulty.
That is true. Yeah, we are playing this on hard because I thought there's 2 of us. Probably should.
Thorgrim. What a legend.
He's just chilling in his chair, just like reading at them.
Oh
no,
no,
he smacked me. I saw him smack me.
Oh yeah. I like the 4 dwarves underneath. They're not doing anything except for just carrying Thorgrim around.
Okay, so I started my quarreler shooting at the guys attacking Thorgrim because he's on his own, so I thought there's lesser a chance of them hitting him. And
Yeah. Oh, they're going. They're going.
So at this point,
You're going to struggle to chase them down.
I was hoping that I could take him up for a bit, but no. So victory.
The first victory. I'll drink to that.
Me too. Huzzah!
Huzzah.
So I did lose 118 men. They actually outnumbered us, and we won. We did not, however, kill him.
You got away.
So I can release the captives, which gives me money and less casualty replenishment, or I can execute the captives, which makes them dislike me more, I believe, but increases my leadership in the next battle. No, for the next 5 turns. I don't really need leadership, so I'm going to release the captives and take some more money.
March! Throw bearers!
And then I'm going to sit here on the very edge of the border and camp, which will mean I'll get slightly more troops in the next turn, and I can actually recruit while I'm sitting here as well, because I'm still in my own borders. So I think I will buy some more troops, but I'll do that once I've decided what I'm building. So let's have a look at the building planner. Unlike Tom, I actually have a building slot spare. I currently have the sparring chamber, so I could upgrade it to get Quarrelers and Quarrelers of the Great Weapon, or the Grudge Thrower for catapults. Or I could build the gem cutter, sorry, the mine shaft, gem mine shaft for more money and gems. Or trading depot, which gives me more trade, but I'm not really trading with anyone just yet. Growth or public order. You know what? I'm going to go for the gem place. I'm going to upgrade the sparring place because I can do both at once. Oh, can I not do that from there? Oops. You upgrade to that, and that gives me 2,000 left over to recruit more troops.
Now I think that Thorgrim's in quite a risky position right there, because he's got himself and 2 melee units, and all 3 of them are down to about half health. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the orcs maybe sally out if they can.
Yeah, quite possibly. And Thorgrim leveled up as well. I think... See, Thorgrim's more of a general than a close combat fighter. So I am tempted to take his +5 leadership. But dwarfs are usually pretty hardy anyway, they don't tend to break. Or I can take his more like agent level. So it's basically the 3 tiers are you have combat, which is yellow, red, which is general skills, as in being a commander tactical skills, and then blue, which is strategic skills. Sure, I think I actually want Route Marcher because that means that you can move 10% further in a turn, and that's for these guys and how slow they are. That's actually going to be really, really handy.
It's a good idea.
I think I will in turn. This is the Great Book of Grudges, which basically gives you quests as the game goes on to do. Other than that, what are my objectives? That's what I should check. Between you and your co-op partner, raise or conquer at least 80 different settlements. Maintain at least 200 troops between us, and research 12 technologies. That is the victory condition, apparently.
I think that that's a standard co-op victory condition.
I think so.
I imagine that's because the game was built without you being the same faction in mind, so they couldn't give you faction-specific victory conditions.
Yes.
Ah, and it's my go.
It is.
Black Venom have declared war on the Border Princes, and the top knots on the Red Fangs.
Yep.
Ungrim is going to march on, because he doesn't have anything else to do.
Moving.
So slow.
I know. And next turn, I could even go into raiding stance and start raiding them. Oh, I'm still on my own. Oh, I'm still in my own province, though. No. Okay. That was a very short turn for me.
I think my turn will be yet another offensive now that I've built another 3 units of
Send me to
miners. I actually have a front line again.
Nice.
We're going to do an encamp stance.
All right.
Switch out of that. And we're going to go after the Pillars of Grugni. Is that one of my actual towns? Yes, it is. And Mount Squighorn is the other one.
Onward!
Charge!
Wipe out the trespassers!
Now this would be an easy victory, although they do still have boys.
Although my game's just crashed.
Has it?
It has.
So hopefully I can quit out and save. Is there a quick save? There's a quick save. Okay, I've quick saved.
Great.
And yes, it seems that I've crashed as well, so hopefully we'll be back when this is sorted. Okay, so we are back. Unfortunately, we were having some problems with save game corruption, so we're at exactly the same point, except I haven't actually moved my army up to engage yet. As far as I can remember, that was the only thing I actually did. I'm pretty sure. So let's try that again, shall we? Go back into normal stance.
Wipe out
And
the
attack.
trespassers!
And I've also turned the game sound down a little bit. Hopefully you can hear us a bit better.
You are overwhelmingly going to win this.
Yes, but they do have a garrison army as well.
So they do. It's only like goblins and 2 units of boys. Oh, sorry.
Waiting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other army is coming in as a reinforcement, so I don't think they were counted. So I'm rather pleased I came in with the extra warriors.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a very flat battlefield.
Certainly is. I found that quite a few of the battlefields on Total War Warhammer are quite sparse.
Probably to allow for larger armies. Well, I don't know actually. Many of the battles I fight is the Empire in forests and things.
I guess it just depends on the terrain.
Yes.
I've mostly been playing as the orcs, so like in the Badlands, it's just tons of just nothing.
Yeah, I can see that.
Dwarf warriors! The clans unite!
Alright, let's just have a line of warriors.
Dwarf warriors!
Be on the flank.
So both their armies are going to be here from the start, I think. There's not going to be a reinforcement.
Yeah, I think so.
The background looks really cool with the like orc settlements in the background there.
Yes. Yeah, the battle maps in this game do look rather fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Oh, there they are. And they're coming for you.
Shooter.
So the 2 wide units, these guys are both just normal goblins.
Yeah.
Ooh, good shots. You want to get the big ones wherever they are. Here they are.
Where?
This one here.
For the ancestor gods! Quarrelers!
Hold your fire until there's something in range I actually want to shoot at.
They have Rondos! Vengeance! Pillars!
Looks like they're lining up nicely with you, which is good.
Yeah, I just rotated my line very, very slightly
That's good.
to accommodate.
Looks like they're going to try and overlap just a little bit there. Oh, no, change their minds.
Hammerers! Down! Vengeance!
Yeah, get that unit. It's down.
Demand blood! Dwarf warriors! Castle!
They're shaken. We're gonna go. We're gonna go.
I think we got this.
Get Thorgrim in there. Right in there. Yeah.
My crossbow shooting at their archers. Got their enemy lord.
Yeah. They're gonna break.
Got them from the flank. Excellent.
Thorgrim just steaming through them all there. Does he have any abilities yet?
No. Yeah, I'm rolling them up on the right flank and I'm basically going to push over to the left. That's why I have my hammerers and my miners over there.
This way.
Yeah. And I learnt from the previous battle that you don't want to start with your hammerers in the front line, otherwise they just get shot to pieces.
Yeah.
There we go, victory. Because this is a siege, just end it straight away. They lose the entire army regardless. No need to chase.
I had quite a funny battle with Tuna, where we had like an overwhelming orc horde. There were just tons of us, and we had like, you know, big uns and savage orcs and black orcs and all sorts of heroes and all this. And we were against a really, really small orc army. I think maybe they had like 4 units. It was like 3 units of boys and a unit of goblins or something like that. And they came running towards our massive army, and before they even got into archer range, they just turned around and ran.
Nice.
All right.
I gained the Fiery Ring of Thori.
Nice.
When the rune within the dark ruby of the ring is activated, a rolling ball of magic flame is hurled towards a nearby foe. 7 seconds, targets on the ground. Expanding tear-shaped attack, damage by magic and fire. Can disrupt unit formation, strong versus multiple units, weak versus single. Cool.
That sounds good.
It does. So, what is this new town all about that I just stole? Does it have anything special? No.
Pillars of Grungi. Or Grugni.
Oh, that's where the toolmaker is. Gotcha. Armory. Is that different? No. Well, yes. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh no, it's the same. Oh, and one thing to note, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, in the building tree for the smaller villages, you have a watch room which upgrades to a guard hall, and the guard hall will actually give those small settlements walls.
Let me have a look.
You may not be able... It won't be in the big settlements because they have their own wall upgrade line.
Oh, I see. Okay. I don't own a small settlement yet, so...
I don't get what the little yellow arrow pointing at stuff means either.
On the building tree?
Yeah. I'm going to guess it's just like recommended builds or something, but I don't know for sure. Right, what am I building? I'm building a gem thing there in Clan Barracks. Armory allows that stuff. I already have that. Hall of Oaths, you could not build that. Might want to do a guard hall. So how far behind enemy lines is this? It is actually very, very secure, so I don't think I need a guard hall here. So I won't bother. I think I might just upgrade this to be even more income. Or I could get a, trinket maker as income.
I mean, you should definitely be rolling straight into Mount Squighorn after this.
Oh yeah, I will be.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that under construction. How much is the upgrade? I need more growth. And Grimgore leveled up again. Marvellous.
Excellent.
So I can take chance of intercepting an army using underway, less siege holdout, more vampiric and chaos reduction, or cheaper construction costs. Well, I usually use you pretty aggressively, so I think I'm going to go for the leadership line with this guy. So we're going to take Inspiring Presence, which increases his aura leadership by +5. And I think that is everything on this turn done. Can I build anything else? Done. And while this is loading up, I'm going to call this episode here. So thank you very much for watching. Do hope that you'll join us in the next one. Please do hit that like and subscribe button. Very much appreciated. Say goodbye from Tom.
Goodbye.
And a goodbye from me. We'll catch you next time. Goodbye.